Hey everybody, you got the Hobby Drifter here again. It is Monday, July 12th, 2021 in sunny, hot, and humid Tokyo, Japan. I'm back from my first book-off trip in quite some time with one of those haul videos y'all seem to like. So, weird haul today. Not much of my usual stuff, but some things that I've talked about in videos before. So, let me tell you where I went. This was the book off in Kawasaki, right by Kawasaki Station, and it's this. It's in this building. I think the building is called Moore's. First two floors are video game arcade, like UFO catchers, arcade machine type stuff. Then there's also 2 floors are a Daiso, and 2 floors are a book off Super Bazaar, which is. It's kind of weird because they are not 2 consecutive floors. It's like floor 3 and 6 are the book off, and in between them are the biggest Daiso you've ever seen in your life. So when I didn't spend a whole lot of money, which is both out of character and nice. So let's dive into this bag and see what we got. First bit is another copy of the Ghostbusters soundtrack on vinyl. This one looks to have been released back in 1984, 1985. It's still got the obi. Looks like it's in a little bit nicer shape than the one that I had before, which means I'll probably use the first one that I had as trade bait, or end up gifting it to another Ghostbusters fan or something. And Andy looks like he is interested in this haul. Say hello, Andy. Andy likes this couch, and he likes plastic bags, and he kind of likes me. Kind of likes me a little bit. All right. So next we got a bunch of Laserdiscs. I do not have a Laserdisc player. I doubt I will ever own a Laserdisc player, but they just make such great display pieces, like in your office or spare room, or whatever. They make such cool display pieces. And the first Laserdisc we got here, something I didn't even know existed. It's Ozzy Osbourne's Bark at the Moon on Laserdisc. Isn't that cool? This is not the album Bark at the Moon. It's the video that was released. I do have this on VHS. I bought back in the 90s. But yeah, it's a pretty good song list. It's very much cobbled together from different clips. Let's get it open, see what we got inside. All of the Laserdiscs that I picked up, by the way, were the same price: 282 yen, 310 yen after taxes. So this isn't sealed, by the way. This is just the wrapper that stuff gets put in to keep it safe. Just Ozzy's face up there, and yeah, it's not like one of the book style things, but it does have the notes inside. So it's got the Diary of a Madman, like how the the timeline, and then there's the some of the sheet music for some of the albums. The liner notes that come with these things. English version on the inside. It's the lyrics to all of the songs that were on this, and it was a really good song selection. You got Iron Man, Paranoid, Flying High Again, Steal Away the Night, Revelation Mother Earth I'm not a fan of. But everything else in here is really good. So yeah, you got the timeline, the liner notes, some sheet music. and a little bit of a write-up about the making of the album and the madman himself. I'm a huge Ozzy Osbourne fan. He's my favorite artist ever, probably. Like I've gone out of my way to buy all of his stuff on CD and vinyl and stuff like that. I've got a cute little, I've got a very eclectic Ozzy Osbourne collection. But this is my first Ozzy Laserdisc, so that's kind of cool. What else we got in here? We have it's Star Wars, and I've never actually seen these in the wild before. I've seen 2 or 3 different versions of the Laserdisc Star Wars movies before, but this is the first time seeing these, and it's got some really cool painted artwork on here. He's got the original Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And I don't know, I think I might have seen this artwork on like a book or something at some point. Taking a look here, it says that okay, these were released in 1995, so I'm guessing that these are the ones that were released right before the special edition trilogy. That's and I probably would not have bothered with these if they didn't have the whole set. When I first was flipping through the discs, I found Empire and Jedi, and I figured someone just wanted Star Wars as like a collection piece, which fair enough. That's what I did. But then as I was going through the other section of them, they had the first one too. So mine now. Return of the Jedi. Open it up. Okay, cool. There's a big fold-out thing here. Is there a poster or notes or anything in these things? I don't know. I never do any research on these videos. No, it doesn't look like there's any inserts or anything like that. Just the book style opening, and it looks really nice. So it's like 2 discs, 2 laser discs, which I'm sure they're double-sided. Oh, this includes a new interview with George Lucas. So pretty excited. I have a very small Laserdisc collection, and it's just stuff that it has to satisfy the criteria that I'm a huge fan of whatever the subject matter is, and it has to look cool. So like I've got now the Star Wars ones. I've got Ghostbusters somewhere. I think I've got RoboCop. Of course, all of the Evangelion stuff. It's just cool stuff. It doesn't take up too much space, since I usually display it up on the wall or on a bookshelf. So it's kind of occupies this gray area where it's like I don't feel too awful about spending money and adding more junk to my collection. It is manageable. Next, we got this big thing, which the only reason I kind of regret this one is because it was so freaking huge I couldn't get it in my backpack, and I had to carry it around with me. Fantasia. They had 2 different versions of Fantasia on Laserdisc at this place. They had the standard release and this monster frickin' thing. I mean, Laserdisc boxes themselves are usually pretty big, but I mean, compare. It's frickin' massive. This still has the Obi on it, and it says that the original MSRP for this was 18,000 yen. So about, in today's money, about $180. Back when this was released in, I'll check the date on this, back when, released in, not not seeing the date on here. But I would guess early 90s, which means that it probably would have been more like $150 with the exchange rate. I have no idea what's in this. I probably could have, read it, on the thing, but that would be no fun because, we got to open it up and look, it's even too big for their regular wrapping job. They had to like custom wrap it. And again, all of these after tax, 310 yen, which is $3. It's $3. And remember what I said about stuff not taking up too much space? Well, this kind of breaks that rule. But it's cool. It's Fantasia. It's a nice piece. And also, it's probably not going to stay in my collection for too long. I will wind up, sending this to a Disney fan probably next time I'm back in the U.S. because I'm certainly not mailing it. It weighs like 3 pounds. Shipping alone would be considerable. All right, got the plastic off. Andy is sniffing around this plastic. All right. Knock this all off. Andy, don't you eat that plastic. All right. Big honkin' box, very nice. Got the reflective finish. And let's open it, see what the hell is in this thing. I do have the Aladdin Premium Box, which is similar size. It's a little bit smaller, but it's very similar design with like the box and everything. So, Fantasia, one of the most beautiful animated movies of all time. What's in the box? Alright, got the Fantasia Walt Disney's Masterpiece Deluxe Commemorative Edition. Looks like a booklet. And yeah, very nice booklet. So it's pictures, images, some behind-the-scenes details about the different stories that make up Fantasia. Andy, stop eating the plastic off of this thing, you malevolent little gargoyle. Yeah, very nice, nice little booklet. That's cool to see. I can see why people would have paid $150 for that. I don't. The idea of spending a huge amount of money on like a single movie is something that has, just gone away. It has basically disappeared for spending huge amounts of money on a single new movie. I don't even know of a lot of, current Japanese movies. It used to be you'd get those ridiculous box sets for everything. But, all right, what we got? Walt Disney's Masterpiece Fantasia Commemorative Lithograph of Original Concept Painting, 1939. Oh, I hope this is actually in there. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I guess 1991. Authentic Commemorative Lithograph, 1991, Walt Disney Studio. So yeah, very nice lithograph included in this this set. And here is the certificate of authenticity. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of the special limited commemorative edition of Walt Disney's Fantasia. I always considered Fantasia to be not only one of the most entertaining, but also one of the most important animated films ever made. It represents one of Walt Disney's greatest dreams, both technically and artistically. Not only does it bring pleasure to people of all ages through its imagination, music, humor, and breathtaking beauty, but it also has continued for over 50 years to be a beacon of imagination to us all, to all of us. A reminder that anything is possible. May Fantasia always bring to you the special wonder and joy that it has always brought to me. Signed, Roy E. Disney. And I would bet almost anything that it's not an actual signature. Alright, so that's what's in front of the box. In front of the box. What is behind the foam? Oh, glorious environment-murdering foam. There we go. We've got the thing telling you what's on 6 sides. It's a six sides. Side 1, chapter 1, side 3. Oh my God, 6 sides. What a great way to watch a masterpiece. That's exactly how they intended it to be viewed, right? Just taking out a gigantic record and flipping it 6 times. Oh, no wonder this never caught on. All right. And we've got... The shrink wrap is still on there, but they are opened. Side 1 and 2, very basic, just golden boxes here. Yeah, there's no liner notes or anything, just disc 1, and disc 2, and disc 3, sides 5 and 6. Very classy stuff. Again, very similar to what was done with the Aladdin set that would come out a year or two after this. But, I mean, this is a beautiful box set. And I do kind of miss stuff like this. I mean, there are not very many movies that I would be tempted to spend this kind of money to own, you know, the best possible, you know, deluxe edition of. But it would be nice to have the option. There was a similar thing made for one of my favorite movies here, Ghostbusters, but it's, in all honesty, not that special. I mean, it's a lot of content and a statue of Slimer, but not the most amazing thing. And I've never bothered to pick it up. Although, if I could get it like I got this for, you know, $3, I'd probably be tempted to give that a look. All right, then we have one more Laserdisc thing in this huge bag that I picked up today. And it is something weird, something I've never seen. I've heard of it, you know, I've heard of its existence, but I'd never actually seen it before in person. And it is Twin Peaks, first season, episodes 1 to 7, which is kind of, you know, strange, as season 1 was 8 episodes, but I think maybe there was like maybe they were cut differently. I'm pretty sure this is just the first season, because there are 3 box sets that were released first season, and then second season's parts 1 and 2. So I mean, either they just never showed the 8th episode, or maybe the first 2 episodes were combined. I don't know. I don't do research on these things. I just buy stuff because I think it's cool and it's cheap and it's awesome. So Pioneer did, you know, think basically all the the laser discs that are in my collection. So let's get this. I mean, look at how pretty that is. It's looks like 7 sides, 5 hours and 43 minutes, at a MSRP of 16,480 yen, which makes it cheaper than the Fantasia thing, and that's kind of a surprise to me, considering, I mean, TV shows here on DVD are still really, really expensive in comparison to other things, especially older stuff that was mostly made just for the rental market. A lot of these things, the print runs weren't huge, because again, you know, in Japan, you know, traditionally, space was at a premium. You know, people didn't really do the, you know, the big houses thing. A lot of people lived in small living places, small apartments, things like that, especially here in, you know, freaking Tokyo. So actually owning a lot of home media was a bit of a luxury. And as a result of that, and, you know, the just smallish print runs in general, stuff was very expensive. So it was interesting to see that this, you know, the first season of Twin Peaks, which was very popular here, by the way, costing less than, you know, this Disney release, was a bit of a surprise. Welcome surprise. Of course, now it's mine for $3. All right, so got all the plastic off. We got the obi down here. Looks like it's a slide out thing. Again, I don't know if there's a booklet or anything, or if it's just the disc, but this is really like nice quality. Like, this is some sturdy cardboard. All right, and inside we have, it's packed with styrofoam for some reason. So I don't know why they made the box so large if they were just going to pack it full of foam. But, all right, so let's get the discs out, and these do look like they have been watched. Man, they've got that new media smell. All right, so here we go. We got Twin Peaks first season, side 1, episode 1, side 2, episode 2. Disc 2, episodes 3 and 4. I just loved, like, every character in this series, just brilliant. Season 1, episode 5 and 6. And episode 7 only. And on the back of each of these, you got David Lynch. And also inside was this little booklet. We got a town map of Twin Peaks, along with an episode guide and a map of how all of these characters are related to one another. And they are related in these different categories: parents, brother, relative, married couple, love, friend, business, intimate relationship, and supernatural. Coming right out and saying it. Yeah, so that's it. That's the Laserdisc haul. There were a few other buys while I was there, though. So like I said, there is a Daiso above this Family Mart. And I grabbed a couple of more petite blocks, Poochie blocks, however you want to call them. A couple of more, mostly just to use for parts. Then we got a giant stag beetle. Hercules beetle. And 2 Tyrannosauruses, which I'll probably eventually wind up using to see if I could make like a brickhead styled Ninja Turtle. And one last thing from the journey out. A humble gachapon ball. Only it's not very humble. You might have seen my early... No one has seen my earlier video. I made an earlier video about a year ago about the Suzume Bachi gachapon set, which was... They're basically the Japanese murder hornets. And the original set had the big Suzume Bachi, like the queen size, then like the regular size one, and a black and white one, which I thought was just a variant color, but it turns out that's an actual goddamn thing, which makes me feel a little bit better, because I was trying to get the whole set of these things, right? Because I wanted the big one and the little one and the black and white one, kind of, and I just kept getting like regular, until I had bought like 10 or 15 of these things at 500 yen each, until finally I just gave up and bought a set of 3 for like 25 bucks on Amazon. They made a second set that included different colors and the regular Suzume Bachi basically in the colors of the giant one, which I thought was kind of cool. And now this one. This gachapon ball. It's a set of 3. There are only 3 in the set. None of them are black and white. You know, they're all regular colors. And this goddamn thing was 1,000 yen. It's a gachapon ball that was 1,000 yen. And it's something I actually care about. You know, the giant murder hornet things. Like I've got history with these things. I remember it was like right at the start of the pandemic that the first one of these things came out, and I was just buying them and putting them together and taking pictures of them, and I was using them for work stuff, and it was just like, everything sucks, pandemic, can't get hand sanitizer, can't get masks, like everything is just, what the hell's going on? But I had my giant murder hornets. So one time, I am not buying any more of these, just this one time I bought one 1,000 yen gachapon, and I have not opened it yet. I genuinely do not know which one is in here, but we are gonna find out, you and me together. We're gonna see which one is in here. You know, for being something that would be literally impossible to steal, the plastic on this is strikingly difficult to open, probably because I didn't find the perforated edge. I have now found the perforated edge, and guess what? It is not tearing along the perforated edge. This is not going well, folks. All right. So there was no reason to wrap this. Okay. And once again, Andy hears the crinkling plastic, and he's like, "Ooh, I want that." All right, cool gachapon ball, right? You know, and probably the same as the original. I'm sure that this will turn into the stand. So let's see, what did we get? Oh, that is creepy as hell. That is just gross. Oh, yuck. Oh, look at that ugly mother... The reason that this one costs double what the other one did is because of it's a premium finish. Like the paint job is much better. And oh, holy shit! It looks like this is the big one. All right, inside we have the. All right, so it's like the creature dictionary advance. Okay, so it's Suzumebachi Advance, which means they're probably going to be doing more of these things. All right. So yeah, it looks like there's the O Suzumebachi, the regular Suzumebachi, and the Princess Suzumebachi. You got the wings in one bag, legs in another bag, and the body itself is two pieces. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it together now. I don't know if you know this, but murder hornets suck. I don't mean these. Like, these things are cool as hell. Check out the premium finish on this. But the real ones just, oh man, they suck. They are in real life what we thought bees were as children. You know, like we thought they were just these things out to like cause, you know, pain and suffering and death. You know, when in fact, you know, they're just our fuzzy little friends. But these things are just goddamn massive. The first time a friend of mine saw one in real life, he thought it was like a toy that some kid had, like, you know, dropped, and he went to go pick it up, like, oh, some kid dropped their thing, you know, because that's pretty much what you do around these parts. Is if, you know, you see something that someone has dropped, you pick it up and like put it up on the fence or something, like somewhere where like when they come back, you know, they'll see it. It'll be like easy to spot. Look at holy shit, that is awful. So he thought, oh, some kid dropped their toy. I'll pick it up and put it up on a bench or something so that, you know, it can be found and whatever. And unfortunately, his friend at the time was like, no, that's not a toy. That's a real bug, and it will hurt you. So don't touch it. But yeah, so cool, so cool. So confident was he that there was no way that this thing was real, that he basically told me that he didn't pick it up just to humor the person. like oh, you know, I don't really believe that this could possibly be a real living creature, but all right, I'll let it sit there. And then it got up and flew away, and he was like, oh shit, Japan's got some big ass insects. We had one back when I was living in Kyushu. The first time I saw one was when it flew into my classroom. It flew into, I was teaching a junior high school English lesson, and it flew into the window, because it was you know, it was a hot day and we didn't really have air conditioning at the school at the time, so we had the windows open, and in flew one of these things. And immediately all of the children jumped out of their seats and ran to the back of the classroom to escape this thing. And I don't know what the hell a murder hornet is, so I just think, oh, it's a bee, right? So I get my textbook and I swat the thing out of the air and stomped on it. Is whatever, and like, all right, well, that's done, everyone sit down. And the homeroom teacher was like, do you know that those are extremely dangerous? And like, no. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Maybe you could have told me that before I swatted it. I'm like, oh yeah, well, for future reference, yeah, super, super dangerous. And Andy, you're not super, super dangerous. Hey, buddy. He is very curious. He's a little bug chaser. Whenever we get a bug in here, he'll he doesn't play with his little bug enemies. He just calmly and discreetly murders them and then drops them by my shoes. This I can see why this was $10. Now they have done the series of fairly lifelike insects and turtles and crabs and such. They have done several series of these over the last couple of years, and I think that with a few of the recent ones, they kind of flew too close to the sun on them. Because they are incredibly, incredibly complex things. However, they don't really hold together well. Like there was a grasshopper figure, no, not grasshopper, a praying mantis figure that was absolutely stunning in its complexity. Just tons and tons of joints and points of articulation and things of that nature, but it was flimsy as hell. Like because of all the ball joints and things like that, it would just fall apart if you even glanced at it wrong. All right. Whereas this, everything on this is incredibly, incredibly tight. The joints seem to be holding together well. As you can see, there are joints, and the limbs here. The antennae here kind of annoy me in that they go down too far, and the original, like, these were little, ball jointed things that would again fall out. Now they're like attached to the thing, but they don't hang well. The wings on this guy are so large that they come in separate pieces. On the smaller, I mean, it's still pretty big, Suzume Bachi thing, the wings are all, I'm not one solid part, it's four separate wings, but for this thing, the wings are 6 pieces, because there's the piece 1 and piece 2, and they clip together to make one large, disgusting wing. There's a word in the word for disgusting in Japanese is kimochi warui, which can sometimes cutely be referred to, or can be shortened to just kimoi. So if you want to shorten, your disgust down to, a single line, it's just like kimoi. There's another Japanese word for cool, which is kakkui, and of course cute is kawaii. So if you were to mix creepy or disgusting with cute, you get kimo kawaii, which is creepy cute or disgusting cute. And I don't know, this could be kind of kimo kawaii. There he is in all of his, I'd probably say her since it's the queen, all of her kimo kawaii glory. As you can see, the paint applications are just beautiful for what they are. It is hyper realistic, although they're not this big in real life. They are a little bit smaller. And why do people hate the Suzumibachi so much? Well, it's probably because of that the stinger. Although if we could maybe infect the Suzumibachi with the COVID vaccine, that would maybe raise their stock a little bit. Now the Gachapon ball itself, much like the original version, also turns into a stand for the figure if you want to display it flying. Then just pop this off. The orange part it says don't put it in your mouth. Like, Venom couldn't get this in his mouth. So yeah, you get the stand part. That that's one. It looks like the stand is still kind of finicky, because it's not. It doesn't like slide. You have to pull this piece out and then like position it how you want it to be. And I'm guessing that's because of the weight of this thing. You don't want it to just be falling over on your shelf. Maybe you do. But you clip it together, and again, unlike the previous version, they are very tight. The first version of this was kind of, it was very ambitious for what it was. So it could be loose. There could be parts that didn't clip together great. But yeah, so you will wind up with a stand. You clip your bug to it, and you can display it in all its kimo kawaii glory. And I'm interested to see about this piece. This little piece is what goes on the stand to rest your bug on, because it doesn't. There's no opening to slot it into. This piece just kind of clips onto the joint that holds the body and the thorax together, and this piece just fell apart on like most of the ones that I have owned before, because it's extremely flimsy plastic, to the point where I almost don't even want to do this, but hey, I'm already here, so yeah, this is the piece that always broke on mine. But you get your thing, and it makes for just an incredible display piece. I was hesitant about spending 1,000 yen on a gachapon ball, but this is great, right? So yeah, fun day out at the book off. Got some Twin Peaks stuff, cool Disney thing to put up on my wall. Star Wars stuff. Just, I mean, if I just bought like some kind of Transformer thing, this would have been like the perfect day. I should have done that. I should have bought some Transformer just to make it the perfect hobby drifter day. But it's getting kind of late, so I think that's probably out of the question. I don't think any Transformer stuff is going to happen today. But regardless, for my first time out doing basically anything in like a month, I would say that this has been some happy hobbying. So thank you all very much for sticking around, listening to me rant for what looks like, close to an hour. Take care, everybody. If you are in a position to help other people, please do it. Thank you very much. Take care, and happy hobbying.